All right, welcome back, everyone, and welcome back to Friday afternoon. Okay, so keep in mind, we're going to be talking about APDN today and why I think this is the best setup this afternoon and really the best setup every Friday. Now, I'm going to go into detail a lot on APDN, but understand this, and I want you to seriously take this into consideration. Everything I'm going to talk about is applicable to a Friday afternoon squeeze. Now, it's going to be a different ticker. Okay, depending on when you watch this video, it may be a week, it may be a month, it may be a year down the road, but listen to the boxes I'm checking, okay? And you're going to learn how to find the best setups. And that's something I say all the time. If you're a newer part-time trader, Monday mornings, Friday afternoons. Okay, that needs to be your focus. All right, that being said, I'm lead trainer with StocksToTrade, Tim Bohen. Going to get into a lot of technicals, a lot of fundamentals, and really one of the best setups out there. Whether or not this follows through this afternoon, it's still an A-plus setup, especially for a new or intermediate or part-time trader, or maybe both of those. Okay, so check out the Steady Trade team. This is something we do every single day. I did a 9 a.m. webinar today. I'm doing a 2 p.m. webinar. I'm doing a 3:30 p.m. webinar. It's a small group where we focus on getting 1% better every single day. Click the link below. Check out the Steady Trade team. Okay, so let's break down APDN. I'm going to grab a snapshot of this chart, and then we're going to talk about the technicals as well as the fundamentals. Okay, so got my chart. So if you look back, this was, today is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, okay? So you can see back and then back to Monday. Nothing going on with the stock on Monday. Totally dead. Zero activity, zero anything. We come into Tuesday and monkeypox news, okay? So box number one, hot sector, okay? Listen, I hope when you're watching this video, I don't care if it's tomorrow or later today, I hope monkeypox isn't the hot sector, but we recognize that it is. Now, how do we know that? That's actually a great sub conversation that I should probably do a completely separate video on, but I get asked a lot. How do you recognize, how do you know when it is truly a hot sector? One of the biggest things is you're just going to see these, all these runners. We've got 10 or 12 monkeypox related runners. So that's your first signal. The second signal is you're going to look for these multi-day holds. Okay, again, APDN, super duper sketchy penny stock. Started the day or the week at 60 cents. Okay, 5 days later, it's at $7. Okay, and I mean, even listen, if you go back to Wednesday, it was still at $3.50. Okay, that's still what? 500% roughly. Okay. So that tells you that this, and when you see all the repeat runners and when you run your scans, it's like monkeypox play, monkeypox play, monkeypox play. Then the bigger thing, those are the two things. And then the most interesting thing is, and it's really started happening today, is the pivots. Okay. And if you're familiar with penny stocks, you've seen this a million times. We had this morning, my favorite one, actually bring up the chart. It ultimately failed, but WETG. So just an aside, wasn't tradable, very illiquid. But this, just an incredible penny stock pivot. Again, terrible liquidity, almost impossible to trade, but you have to, have a warm spot in your heart for a software as a service cloud computing company that decides to exclusively sell monkeypox test kits. Okay, cloud computing, software as a service, monkeypox. We're now going to sell monkeypox techs. Okay, it's not like, APDN. We're going to go back to APDN. At least it's a biotech. Okay, APDN will never accomplish anything in monkeypox, but at least they're a biotech. Okay, but all joking aside, this is something you want to look for. Listen, if you were through the weed hot sectors or the electric vehicle hot sectors or crypto, one of the best was the cryptocurrency run back in 2017. If you were trading back then, like in December 2017, when Bitcoin first hit 20,000, like literally every day, sometimes multiple a day, you would have sketchy penny stocks pivoting to cryptocurrencies or crypto mining or blockchain. It was incredible. It was hilarious. And they were great trades at the end of the day. But so let's pivot back to APDN. And one thing we look at is very low float, 8.8 million shares in the float. It traded day one, 117 million, day two, 100 million, day three, 100 million. So 300 million shares in 3 days. And then today, we're in the middle of the day and it's traded 25 million. So 350 million shares traded in a matter of a few days with 8 million in the float. You know, what is that? I'm too dumb. 30x float rotation? Whatever. I'm an idiot. I should bring up the calculator. A lot of float rotation is what I'm getting at, okay? Anyway, we look for that. So that tells us that there's limited shares available, okay? And when there's that much volume, what's that mean? There's more demand than there is supply. So there's a high likelihood the stock price is going to spike. So that's really and they had a PR, okay? They had a press release. So let's talk about check and box. We got a hot sector. We got a PR. We got an all-week hold. We got low float. We got crazy float rotation. And then on a Friday morning, we're retesting the highs of the week. Now, why is that significant? We know shorts are trying to short this stock, okay? We know that because it continues to hold up, continues to hold up, continues to hold up, okay? Then, when we talk about that whole dollar, half dollar cross, which is also the high of the week. Now, I know what you're looking at. You see that 735, but I've got 5-minute candles. So I don't typically look at the quick wicks, okay? So yes, APDN did touch 735, but it touched it for a matter of seconds. I like to look at 5-minute candles for confirmation because odds are, again, this is a short squeeze candidate. Odds are that was just somebody panicking. It's probably one guy that hit a market buy to cover his short. So you get those quick wicks. So I like to look at the whole the bodies of the candles on 5-minute candles. And then we also know whole dollar, half dollars are key levels where longs get excited and shorts start panicking. And same on the downside. I mean, you know that. I mean, odds are you're a long bias trader. You know, I mean, we've all been there. You tend to panic. I mean, if the stock's at like 510, 509, 502, you're like, okay, maybe it'll bounce, but then it breaks the whole dollar, half dollar. You panic, and you probably should panic. You probably should exit at that point because it's like, whoa, because you'll see over and over again, the volume comes into the upside and the downside on those whole dollar, half dollars. So now we have technical alignment. And what I like about APDN is you got a really nice area to risk, okay? Another whole dollar, half dollar at 650. Now, why do I see that? I mean, you can see it was resistance, 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 okay? Technical resistance tends to become support. When support breaks, you need to exit. So what's great about taking a high day break on a Friday afternoon, we know shorts want out. We know they're going to panic. So we love that high day break. And then we also like having clear risk to reward. Now, what's great about this setup, the theory is you're risking roughly 50 cents a share. Could this give you 3-to-1 risk to reward? Could it go to 850? That's always the key question that we finish with. You know, do we have realistic expectations? Well, listen, this thing had 50 cents to 550, okay? $5 of range on Tuesday. On the downside, which is, you know, listen, we want volatile stocks from 6 to 325 on Wednesday. So almost $3 a share of range. Thursday morning, spiked, did a beautiful dip and rip, by the way, spiked from $3 to $7, $4 of range, okay? So is it realistic? Stock's currently up $1. The goal would be $1.50 a share higher, which would be equal to $2.50. Is that a realistic goal? Listen, $4 a range yesterday, $3 a range, $5 a range. It's a great way to plan wise exits. You trade penny stocks, you know you can't get greedy. Focus on the clearly defined risk to reward, realistic expectations. use the weekly chart, that 5-day, 5-minute chart, to guide you all through a hot sector play. Let me know. Drop me a comment. So I know you can't read anything. My handwriting's terrible, but I walked you through everything. Drop me a comment. Do you like this whiteboard stuff? I've been doing more and more of them lately. I do it every day in the Steady Trade team. So again, if you check out the Steady Trade team, this is something I'll do 10 whiteboards a webinar. But let me know in the comments if you like it. Check out the Steady Trade team, and we'll see you next time.